Yeah.
All right, and we're live. It's Friday, so Friday Facts with Ian Batra of the Batra team. And I've got with me today some special guests, Maic and Renee Friedrich.
Hey, thanks for including us, Ian. We've got it on our Facebook as well, so we're excited to be here at Tom Ferry headquarters and talking about your Friday Facts.
As I say, for all our Tom Ferry friends out there, we can make you guys jealous because we got to hang out with Tom yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mastermind, and but I brought Maic and Renee on because we're neighbors, and you know we've sent clients to each other before, back and forth. We've got mutual clients, and I wanted to kind of bring to our viewers. You know, a little bit about what's going on between our two, neighboring markets.
Absolutely.
So why don't we go to Maic?
Yeah.
So according to Renee, you're the numbers guy. So let's hear a little bit what's going on up in El Dorado Hills and the greater Sacramento area.
No, it's not quite as crazy as in your market, but we do still see multiple offers. We see very low inventory. So it's important that you have a strong agent on your side, especially when you're on the buying side.
Sure.
If it's priced correctly, you'll see multiple offers, and it typically goes above asking. Not like $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 above asking, right?
Yeah, like you
but
guys
we
are
see
seeing.
50, 60, up to $100,000 over asking.
So sometimes we've only seen things like 800 over
Oh,
asking.
dude.
I haven't seen $1 million over asking yet this year. Sorry to our
That's
clients who are
crazy.
trying to buy.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Now, when we were talking yesterday, there was another reason we wanted to do this video and talk about this is there's going to be some changes in some of the tax laws. Some people may not even know, as our description says, do you know what Prop 90 is? So why don't we start first and let's explain to them what Prop 60, Prop 90 is.
Right.
So Renee, why don't you tell them, because a lot of our viewers probably don't even know what those are, and then we can talk about the changes that are going to be happening.
Okay, so in California we have Prop 13, which is also important in this whole conversation. So it basically allows you to keep your tax base when you purchase a home, and it just increases ever so slightly. There's other states like Texas where they've got their property taxes increase year over year based on the value of the home. So if you have prices going up, the taxes go up accordingly. So in California, we're super fortunate. Years and years and years ago, they did Prop 13, helps protect our older clients to, save that tax base as we go into a more fixed income scenario as we retire.
And with some of our higher prices, if the taxes increased with the value of the home, we would, some people would be in some real trouble. So Prop 13 was a huge protection.
That's why they did that, right? To protect people that are on a fixed income once they retire.
Absolutely. And then a lot of times people aren't in the right home when they reach those retirement ages. So they're in the big 2-story or they're, on a lot of land and they just need to downsize. But again, because of that Prop 13, they're afraid to move and then lose that tax base. So Prop 60 actually allows you to do that within your county. So you can make a one-time move if you're over 55. And we're not tax professionals, of course, but this is, just basic information. Talk to your CPA to get the actual lowdown.
we within Santa Clara County, we do several Prop 60s a year.
Yeah.
Past clients who may be watching this have done Prop 60s with us. So I'm
Yeah, and
sure
it's
you guys do them regularly as well.
We do, yeah, and it's a huge savings for those folks that are, again, entering into retirement and don't have, that increased wages that they might have had when they were still employed.
Yeah.
I can get it out, I swear. But the cool thing with Prop 90 is there's several counties around California, and El Dorado County happens to be one of those, where you can actually sell your house. So if somebody's in your county and they've been there for 30 years, and they bought their house in Palo Alto for $300,000 way back when that was still possible, and now it's worth $3 million.
So paying next to nothing in taxes on a house that's now worth $3 million.
Yeah. So
they don't want to lose that.
Exactly. So they can sell the $3 million house, buy something that's a 1-story in a great area, wonderful community, and actually move that original tax base with them, and so have major savings and lots of money in the bank because our prices are just substantially less than.
Well, and I think one of the nice things between Santa Clara County to El Dorado County is the big difference is our area is congested. It's a working community. We've got lots of traffic, lots of things always going on. Your area is a little more quieter. It's if you want to retire somewhere that's on a lake, in a nice area, you got wine country right around the corner.
Absolutely.
So I think from a Prop 90 standpoint, our counties relate to each other that way. And a lot of our clients who are 55 and older, who are retired, they lived in Santa Clara County when there were still orchards. And now it's all townhomes and houses, and it's a different thing. It's a tech place. It's a tech right now.
Right.
So of course we know there's changes. So tell me, what's going on with Prop 90 in El Dorado?
Yeah, so our county actually did some assessments and figured out that the tax savings for the consumer is really putting a burden on the actual county. So we only have until November to help people take advantage of that proposition. So there is a little time of the essence. So if you've got a home in the Bay Area and you're thinking about doing this and you're over 55 and you were just thinking, oh, we'll do it in a couple of years, we might not have that available. There's a lot of people working behind the scenes trying to get it extended again, but it doesn't look like it's going to come through. So we only have until November to get folks in escrow and moved out to our area to take advantage of it.
I mean, it's kind of a catch-22 because the Prop 90 is so important to housing and it's good for people, but at the same time, we know the counties need money.
Yes.
So I understand. So there's an expiration date here. So I mean, for our viewers out there, if you guys are 55 plus and you're looking to make a move from Santa Clara County to El Dorado County, or from another county to El Dorado County, shoot, PM, direct message any of us. We can talk to you guys about it and see if we can make this happen in a reasonable timeline. I wanted, before you guys go, I wanted to just add, one more time, anything you guys want to add to our viewers, any messages you want to share to our Silicon Valley viewers, or of course we probably have viewers in your town as well watching. So anything you want to add out to our base?
I would just say the inventory is incredibly low in both of our areas. Sure. So if anybody's thinking about selling or has even considered selling, have a price in mind. Like, at what price would you become a seller? And reach out to us, because the inventory is so low that we're getting like phenomenal prices for our sellers. It's pretty competitive for our buyers right now, which is tough, but our sellers are really, they're making out pretty well. So if you've even had any thoughts of selling, give us a call.
And kind of to add one more thing to that, I do a lot of these, I just call them consultations. Real low pressure, people call me. We just come out, we'll look at your house, we'll talk to you about what we think it's worth, and just present you with options. I have sat at the table more times than not and convinced people not to sell their home. So, I mean, we want to, my whole goal is I want to help people do what's best for them. And so if you guys are looking, and one of the reasons that I send clients, our clients who are moving up to El Dorado, I send them to Maic because I know they have a similar philosophy. And so, we want to put together options and ideas for you that will give you the best possibility of making your goals. And, basically, we want to help people achieve their dreams.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been Friday Facts with Watcher Team and Maic and Renee Friedrich.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.